Hey, Malico Watson, Miami property boss. Hello to you. I'm gonna turn my phone on vibrate. I already feel it coming in right now. Welcome, Miami property boss, the channel about investing in real estate, flipping, rehabbing, buy and hold, whatever your pleasure, baby. We do it right here. Today, I'm gonna talk to you about flipping. I've been flipping properties for about 15 years, man. And my first one was fucked up, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it scared the shit out of me. And then I didn't do it for about maybe 3 years, and a lot of people were making money out of it. But for me, it was very scary, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. In flipping properties, investment properties, flipping investment properties. Sorry about that, man. My fucking mind just goes in 10 different directions. Somebody keeps telling me go see a doctor about it, but I'll probably forget while I'm on my way there. But flipping properties is very, there's a lot of key components when it comes to flipping properties. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about it because I see guys make a lot of mistakes, you know, and as a contractor and a real estate broker, I'm able to kind of see it, have an idea when I go see the properties, you know, what it is I'm looking for, what I'm gonna be spending on that property. And there's a lot of key components. And I know a lot of guys that try to be cheap and they don't want to pay a realtor and they want to do it all themselves. Say, fuck it, I'll keep the money myself. Why am I going to hire a realtor to do it? And then they buy a property, they're rehabbing and they're wondering why they're holding it for a year. Well, because you didn't do your research. You could have paid this realtor to do a research for you just to find out what the comps are like in that neighborhood. If you're going to invest in a neighborhood, you want to know how many properties are selling in that neighborhood. You don't want to just buy a property because it looks like it's a good fucking deal or because it's a good property to rehab. Fuck, you want to know that the property's gonna fucking flip, that it's gonna sell, and that doesn't always happen. And then you got guys and gals, actually these ladies, these chicks that I used to do business with, they got really big. They don't do that now, but these chicks, man, they would buy these properties in a hood and make them look like they were in a suburb somewhere. I'm like, shit, you're never going to get your money back on that because it's never going to appraise. But you know, you can't tell people shit. So what do? They end up having to take a loss. Did they raise the neighborhood value? Hell yeah, they did. Did they get paid for it? Unfortunately not. You know, and so if you're going to buy and hold one thing, but if you're going to flip a property, you have to know the value of those properties in that neighborhood. So remember that. You can't be cheap. So what are you going to do? Looking to buy investment property. I hope you motherfuckers are taking notes. I want to make me waste my fucking voice here. This is already going. If you're gonna invest in real estate, let's say you have the funds. Okay, you have to have the funds, or somebody has to have the funds. And when I say have the funds, they gotta be in a bank. They really gotta be there, man. Don't let nobody bullshit you. If it's not yours, they gotta be in a bank. So just for the sake of talking, because I don't want to go into all that other shit. That's something else. Let's say you have the funds. When you have the funds, you make an offer to purchase on a property that, again, have a realtor. If you're not already in a business, have a realtor do the comps in those areas so you know what those properties are selling for. So once you have the comps for those properties in that are selling in that neighborhood, now you know what you actually more or less will sell a property for in that neighborhood. So now, when you go into that property to take a look, you want to look at everything, man. If it's in the Midwest, like Wisconsin, Chicago, they got basements. And basements for storage. Basically, it's just another level. And a lot of times they crack. So foundation shifts, it'll crack. And so you want to be aware of that. You want to be aware of the roof. You want to be aware. There's a lot of things you want to be aware of when you're going into the house. Okay. Now, but most important, as everyone always says, location, location, location. The house has to be in a good location. It doesn't matter how much you're going to invest in it. It doesn't matter how much you think you're going to invest in it. The numbers have to make sense. And so getting back to how important that realtor is, find out the values first before you even start a budget, because you need to know what it is you're going to be spending. If the house needs to be totally gutted and they want, let's just say $300,000, and again, we're just going to $400,000 what they're going for, what money do you have? You're not going to make any money because you have to put 100 grand in there to begin with. What's the profit margin? 20 grand, 30 grand, is that worth it? Of course not. So that's my point. So we're gonna flip a property. You have to have a budget. You have to have the comps in the area, and you have to, of course, have the money to purchase the property. So now, let's say everything's working fine, you got a good ratio. I always say, man, look, if you're making 30% or more return on your money, what are you complaining about? There ain't nothing to complain about. You got guys that want to double their money, great. You go ahead and keep on trying to double your money. I'm just going to keep on doing a bunch of properties and make way more money. Don't be greedy, people. Don't be greedy. Let's try to get a few deals done. Not stuck on one, trying to get all the money for one, because remember, you have to pay for holding costs and everything else that's involved with a flipping cost. You know, when you're flipping, you have to have the power turned on. You have to clean the snow, cut the grass. All these are holding costs while you have this property when you first take over until you sell it. These are holding costs you want to think about. So, see, those are things I didn't even mention before. There's a lot that has to do with flipping a property. If you're looking for help flipping a property, I'm right here. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Hit me down here. I'm also going to be coming out with a kick-ass program for people who want to make money in real estate. I'm going to be including flipping in there. Remember what I always say, man. If you're going to swim with the sharks, you got to bite first. Because people who are succeeding and winning aren't waiting for shit to happen. They're getting around the way to make it happen. And that's how you have to be. And so, with that being said, my name is Malika Watson. I am the Miami Property Boss. I know I cut you short for a reason, because I want you to check out my next video when I tell you a lot more about flipping. All right? Flipping is a good thing, man. You know, there's a lot of people I know, they went to the joint, they ain't got nothing going on in their life, and they need a craft, or they need an outlet, they need income, they need shit to do. Man, you will always be needed if you're in construction. So if you even have an inkling of talent and you can get it done, even little stuff, man, there's always going to be a need for you. Robots are not going to replace you, at least in our lifetime. So again, if you want to see the next part, I'm going to talk to you all about flipping, how to start. I'm going to show you different opportunities and invite you to have feedback with me. Sign in down there and let me know. And what we'll do is we'll have dialogue, man. We'll show you how to get it done, and maybe you can include me and we can work together and make some flips happen. All right? You ain't got to do it all yourself, man. If you got family, you got friends out there that also want to get involved, the more the merrier. Remember, there's a lot of pies to split. Don't worry about splitting with more people. There's a lot more to come with that. So you got to look at it that way. All right, enough talking. We'll see you on the next one, man. I'm going to get the fuck out of here.